Good evening. I'm Elena Sokolovska and I'm the Melbourne representative of UMD's Young Leaders Program Generation M. Tonight, I will be interviewing Yane Coceski, the co-founder of Boots for Balkans, a charity organization that collects new and used equipment and donates it to underprivileged children in Macedonia. Yane, thank you for being with us here tonight. And the first question that I want to ask you is, what inspired Boots for Balkans and what are the aims of the organization?
Hi, Eleanor. Thanks for having me on this evening. Yeah, just in terms of the organisation, the inspiration actually came from a necessity to get rid of old boots that we had lying around in my parents' shed. My brother and I had finished playing soccer, and we saw an excess of equipment that we had. And my dad, in typical Macedonian fashion, didn't want it to clog up his shed, so he wanted to get rid of them. Now, we had to make the tough decision of parting with our beloved football equipment, and we didn't really want to do it. And so anyway, just looking at the condition that these boots were in, they were actually in really good condition. We didn't want to just throw them out to a landfill. So my brother Clem and I were talking about it. We said, well, why don't we actually donate these to some kids in Macedonia? I'm sure they're going to appreciate them, and they're going to get a lot of wear out of them. You know, we're quite privileged here in Australia to be in a position where we can throw stuff out like that. So we know people in Macedonia aren't in the same position. So we thought, okay, yeah, let's donate them. And you know, we thought about it, but then we also thought about the amount of people that we have friends that have quit soccer and also have such great football equipment. So we decided, okay, well, if we're going to do this, we can sort of branch out to our friends and get a big donation going, and just sort of it snowballed from there. And we thought, well, if we can do that with just our friends, we can do it with the soccer clubs. And one thing led to the other, and we're like, okay, let's start a charity. Let's do this. You know, we first started off as a not-for-profit organisation, then we got our charity status. So from this little, you know, innocent donation to donate to kids in Macedonia, we really expanded into this charity that we are now. And in addition to donating stuff over there, we're actually we want to bring more football to the kids there. So we're looking at doing coaching clinics. We're looking doing different seminars there, and also we're in talks with the Birthright program, which is under UMD. To actually get the Ilinden Games going there in Macedonia in the next couple of years, where it's going to be, you know, people from the diaspora around the world, the Macedonian diaspora, coming to the Republic, you know, once a year, let's say in July, maybe in Skopje or any other city in Macedonia, and you know, having like a mini Olympics for the diaspora. So really, we started off as a charity that donates stuff, but now we really want to expand and really help kids get involved in the game over in Macedonia.
And how could our listeners reach out to you and donate or even volunteer?
At the moment, we are looking at different volunteers and obviously donations. You know, every donation is always welcome. Anyone that has any sort of old football, soccer balls, soccer boots, any gear that's in decent condition, please let us know. You can reach out to us at our social media pages. It's at Boots for Balkans. Send us a message, and then we can organise to get it picked up. And we also, if you're based in Australia, we do have most of the Macedonian clubs around the east coast of Australia have a partnership with us. So most of them do collect equipment. So if anyone wants to go to the local Macedonian club, drop off a pair of boots and say it's for the people at Boots for Balkans, just do that, and then no doubt the presidents or the community members from those clubs will get in contact with us, and then you know, we can go pick them up. Now, in terms of volunteering, we are actively looking for volunteers. Anyone that has any experience in, you know, let's say marketing, event management, public relations, project management, website design, photography. If anyone's got any experience in that, please get in contact with us, and we can find a project for you guys to be involved in. In addition to that, if someone is interested in volunteering, but they don't have those that criteria that I've spoken about, still get in contact with us, because there are so many tasks that we need help with, that we can find the task to suit your skill level. So, and it'll be great to just meet someone that wants to get involved in a charity. So.
And what would volunteering for Boots for Balkans involve? And what sort of benefits come with being a volunteer for Boots for Balkans?
There's a range of things you can do when you're a volunteer for us. For example, you can collect and pack donated equipment. We always need people to help us out with that. You can be contacting some of the local clubs, whether it's the Macedonian clubs or any other clubs in Australia or your local geographical area. You can be contacting them and seeing if they want to be donating. If they do want to donate, you can run different donation nights with them. There are a lot of clubs in Macedonia that will take our donations, but unfortunately some of them don't know how to get in contact with us. So, we're looking for someone to proactively contact these clubs, tell them what we can do for them, and organise a donation there as well. Also, you can be contacting potential sponsors if you're comfortable with that, and also contacting professional athletes that would like to donate to us or would like to be our brand ambassador.
What regions of Macedonia or even other Balkan countries have Boots for Balkans donated in?
Currently, we are mostly doing Macedonia. We are Boots for Balkans, but we are very busy with the Macedonian sort of donations that we haven't had a chance to reach out. Previously, we have made some donations to Croatia. So SOS Children's Village over in Zagreb in Croatia, we were able to donate to them. But besides that, we've mostly done donations to Macedonia. And when it comes to clubs in Macedonia, we've donated to clubs, going as far north as Kumanovo, as far south as Ohrid, west in Tetovo, and east in Strumica, and anywhere in between, Bitola, Prilep, and also places like Macedonski Brod, who, usually those little cities, they get overlooked. But we have had the pleasure of actually donating to kids and schools over there. So so we've really been all over Macedonia. We are continuing with that. We are starting partnerships with different clubs there, and trying to get into to work with the Macedonian Football Federation and helping them grow the junior game in the country.
Has football always been a big part of your life? And if so, what inspired you to play? And do you still remain involved in Macedonian football clubs to this day?
Football's been a part of my life. I mean, I really I can't remember when I got involved. That's how far back it goes. I mean, ever since I can remember, I've been involved in the game. Living in Macedonia, always watching it, playing with my friends, and then coming to Australia, it was pretty much where I left off in Macedonia. It was the same here. Coming here as a 9-year-old, Thomastown, growing up in Thomastown, there was mostly Macedonians there. So as soon as you go to school, again, everyone's running around on the oval playing soccer. So, it's always been a part of my life. I started playing club soccer at a very early age, and some of the people that really inspired me to play was like all my uncles, my older cousins, my dad who played. So football's been a part of my family forever, really, and also I am still involved in the game. Currently, I do some coaching. Also very involved, obviously, with the charity, with the Macedonian clubs in Australia. I'm a big fan of Preston Lions. I try and go to all their home games and away games. So it's a shame today, actually, the Victoria Football Federation announced that they've cancelled this year's season. So that was a bit of a bummer. So we can't actually go watch Preston on Sundays now. But now we wait for next year. But definitely involved in all the clubs. Definitely involved in soccer, and just really love the game. So.
Macedonian football clubs have played an important role in bringing our Australian diaspora together since the 1940s even. And it's amazing that this still continues to this day, years later. Why do you think that this sport in particular has been so influential in bringing all sorts of communities together?
Tough one, isn't it? With with the sport, it is the most sort of popular game in the world. I think it's just the pure passion of that 90 minutes of of entertainment that you get with the game. It's sort of there's a you get 90 minutes of football, but it's just the highs and the lows that really sort of keeps everyone together and keeps everyone sort of interested in the game. Now, on the Macedonian part, I think it's been great to see clubs like Preston Lions, Rockdale, Bankstown that have really brought the Macedonian community together. They've worked hard and they really still keep our culture going. Even since the 40s, as we said with Preston and a bit earlier, a bit later with Rockdale and Bankstown. But it's great to get these Macedonian clubs together where they can actually, showcase our culture, put it on a national level, and really have a spot where the Macedonian community can still come together, catch up and really, support and have a real community feel about it.
You were a recipient of the 5th annual UMD Macedonian Diaspora 40 under 40 list. What did this mean to you, and what advice do you give to young leaders in our community?
It was an honour to get the award, the top 40 to make the top 40 under 40 list. Just to share that with people like Josh Sherman, who's involved in the Macedonian community here in Australia. Slavče Panevsky, who's a designer at Mercedes-Benz, he's only in his early 30s and designing all these cool cars for Mercedes-Benz. You also have Alex Volkanovski, lightweight UFC champion. Cedi Osman, who plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So really, to be sharing that list with those great names, it was actually a big honour for me, and it was just nice to be recognised for some of the things that I do. But so in terms of the top 40 under 40, it's a great initiative where it sort of gives recognition to the efforts of young Macedonians that they're making in the community, and I'm a great supporter of that. I really wanted to keep going. I think registrations are open now, so if anyone knows anyone out there that would be a worthy recipient of this award, just hit up the UMD website, and I'm sure you'll find the relevant links there, and you can go there and nominate someone. Now, the advice that I'd give the kids in the Macedonian community is, get involved as much as you can, whether it's the Macedonian community or whatever it is. It'll be good for us to stick together and really try and make a difference for us. Don't be scared to put your hand up. Give anything a try. That's really what I say. I mean, we're all scared to do things sometimes, but the more you do it, the better you get at it, and it just becomes easy after a while. So don't be scared to put your hand up, and don't be scared to fail, really, because once you fail, I'm sure you'll get back up and do something worthy after that. So yeah.
And is there anything else that you would like to add?
Just want to thank you guys for having me on your program. It's good to have a chat and connect with young leaders out there in the community. So it's been great chatting, and if any of your audience wants to reach out to us, please hit us up on our social media channels, and we'd like to hear from you. Thanks.